how to download AMI audio podcasts using TuneIn Radio Podcasts.
Hey, it's Mike Feir, and I'm here to tell you about different podcast apps and hopefully help you use them. This next one is somewhat popular. It's called TuneIn Radio, and we're going to use it to subscribe to The Walrus with Lloyd Robertson. And TuneIn Radio is an app that you can use to search for radio stations and listen to that. You can listen to AMI Audio live, or you can also favorite the podcast. And that's what you're doing with these. It thinks of subscribing as favoriting. So you'd be double tapping on a favorite button to subscribe to podcasts. If you want to use settings, you have to actually sign up and have an account so that things are saved online. And then you can access things like changing from downloading to streaming and other auto restart and things like that to govern how it behaves. So for this purposes of this demo, we're going to show you how to find a podcast and play the most current episode. We will open the TuneIn Radio. There we go. And all right, so
Home, heading,
this
image.
is basically an app that you can use to listen to radio stations and also podcasts. So it's more designed for radio station listening, but it certainly can be used to subscribe to podcasts. You'll be favoriting them. It calls them favorites. So that's a thing to note. So there's tabs across the bottom.
Favorites,
There's
button.
home, favorites, browse,
search,
and
button.
search. There are buttons across the bottom, and then below it there are labels, again, home, favorites, browse, search, underneath the buttons. So basically, to start us off, to search for the walrus, we will go into search.
Search, text field,
And
is editing,
there
character
we
mode,
are.
insertion
And
button
it
at start.
automatically puts us in an edit field here, so you do not have to double tap like you usually do. You can dictate or type. We are going to dictate, so when you want to do that, you touch near the bottom middle of the
Space.
and you hit a space. And you want the button to the left of the space bar, so you'll flick once to the left.
Dictate,
And you
double
dictate.
tap to start dictation. Two finger, space, dictate, double tap to start dictation. Two finger double tap when finished.
So we'll double tap. The Walrus with Lloyd Robertson.
Inserted The Walrus with Lloyd Robertson.
Okay, and we have that entered
Search.
right, so we hit the search
Search.
button, which is on the bottom right. You double tap that. It should execute the search.
Search, text, clear text, button, podcasts, heading, The Walrus with Lloyd Robertson. Listen to dynamic reads of thought-provoking articles from Canada's general interest magazine with an international outlook, button.
Okay, so the first one we found here is The Walrus with Lloyd Robertson. We're going to double tap on that.
The Walrus with Lloyd, back button. The Walrus with Lloyd, talk show replays greater, play, button, favorite, button.
And we can flick right 4 times to get to favorite, and that's what you have to double tap to subscribe. You need to actually sign in with this app to be able to save information to favorites. So you'll have to create an account in order to do this. And unfortunately, that means you have to subscribe
Favorite, button, more, button.
to use this. So
Listen to dynamic reads of
It's-
thought-provoking episodes, button.
if you want to
heading.
just play the episode, though, you can do that for free. So once you've found a podcast, like we just did,
Labor gains. Listen to dynamic reads of thought, more, button.
so if we hit
Favorite, button. Play, button. Favorite, play. Button.
play, which is near the top. So if you start at the top, you flick right until you get to the play button. You double tap on that,
Close, button.
This
And
is an AMI podcast.
it starts playing. So
Welcome to The Walrus on AMI Audio,
there he
where
is,
professional readers give voice to articles from Canada's best
Lloyd Robertson himself. And that now you can start and stop with a double tap with 2 fingers, and that works anywhere. Just tap, tap. And there are other controls here as well for moving
Walrus with
around
Lloyd favorite,
in the
button.
podcasts. This app does have, it's not entirely accessible. There are parts of this that it's just hard to tell what you subscribe to, where it goes, things like that. So just be aware of that. And I hope you've enjoyed looking at the TuneIn Radio. It's more built for radio stations than podcast listening, but it certainly can serve in a pinch. So enjoy, people.
Subscribe to AMI audio podcasts using TuneIn Radio Podcasts or any other major podcasting platform.